Hey, I'm Rachel J, and this is Cultivator Kitchen. Today we're making a delicious Lebanese-inspired dish. It's an eggplant fatteh, and it is veganized. It's so good. It is one of my favorite things to serve. It's a great dip to take to parties when you just don't want to bring hummus. This is a wonderful Middle Eastern dish that's packed with flavor. Here's what you'll need. I cut up a big purple eggplant. It filled the whole bowl, so get a nice big eggplant and put that in bite-sized cubes. We're also going to use olive oil to roast it in, some sea salt and garlic, as well as some sumac for on top. This is optional. And I'm also going to grab some parsley from my garden. And then I have a garlic clove, a lemon, and some vegan Greek yogurt for the yogurt sauce. And for on top, we have some pita chips. And that is all you're going to need. First thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 and then toss in our eggplant in an oven-safe dish. I'm using my cast iron pan. I'm going to put it in a single layer. I'm going to sprinkle this with a little bit of garlic powder, about half a teaspoon, and a half a teaspoon of sea salt as well. And then we're going to be very generous with the olive oil and put about 2 to 3 tablespoons so that we can get this roasted, and we're going to roast it until it's very, very soft. I'm going to put this in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. I've just put the eggplant in the oven to roast for about 40 to 45 minutes, and then we will make our yogurt sauce and assemble everything. See you in a little bit. Next, we are going to make our yogurt sauce. I have 1.5 cups of vegan Greek yogurt. We're going to put a half a teaspoon of sea salt. I'm also going to juice half of a lemon. And then I'm going to grate 1 garlic clove right on top. And then we are just going to mix that all together. Our eggplant is out of the oven. It's so delicious looking. I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit before we assemble. I have this little casserole dish, which is very cute. It's actually a Japanese nabe, but I like using it for this dish. It also has a lid if I wanna take this to go to a party, and I just put our eggplant in. I kind of smush it down to make that first layer. It's so delicious looking. So even that out at the bottom of your serving dish. Sometimes I add a second layer, which is some cooked chickpeas. If you have some, that's really good to put in here. It even makes it more of a complete meal. But today I'm just going to keep it simple. Once you have your eggplant layer, then you want to top it with some of your yogurt sauce. That looks perfect. So traditionally, this is a great dish to use with leftover pita. So if you have pitas that are a little stale, you turn them into pita chips and then put them right on top. I am just using some store-bought pita chips, and I'm probably going to serve this with fresh pita, but you could serve it with more pita chips in order to make it like a dip. And I think it just looks really pretty too. You can also crumble some and put them on top that way. You can use dried parsley, but I have some fresh parsley from my garden, so I'm just going to give that a sprinkle on top. You could also put some pomegranate seeds if you have some, but I have some sumac, and I'm just going to give that a little shake. And there you have it. This is a beautiful fatteh, and it is still warm and ready to serve. While the oven is warm, I'm going to actually take some pitas and pop them in there to heat them up. So I've got our nice warm pitas, nice and pliable, hot out of the oven, and we are ready to eat. You can scoop more pita chips into here, use a spoon, or just use some fresh warm pitas.